Hi. I just need to catch my breath. Hi. What Wyatt said is mostly true. I am Claudia Cogan. The app thing, I think I'm going to steal. Thank you, Wyatt. It is so good to be here, especially because there are places where I do shows where I get introduced this way by a male MC. It's something along the lines of like, all right, you guys, coming to the stage, something we don't usually see around here. Please welcome a woman! Oh, indeed. I hate it when the MC does that because that's my big reveal. You know? You can think for the first 10 minutes I'm a young Scott Baio. You know? You know? You could think that. I don't care. Like, and first of all, like, how do you know? How do you know? I mean, like, the thing is, I am cisgender, but I do sometimes identify as male for salary reasons. Gotta take it where you can get it. Thank you. Love this lady. Love her. A lot of people have a least favorite holiday. Mine is New Year's Eve because I'm always afraid that the new year will become the last year I ever have sex. But then I reassure myself. I'm like, it'll still be 2011. Yeah. So a friend of mine was very pointedly like trying to help me. She's like, Claudia, your self-esteem sucks. And I was like, I'm sorry. But she's like, no, you just do too many self-deprecating jokes. You know, that's like your thing. And I was like, well, I thought about it. I was like, I kind of like it. Like I love talking about myself and I don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. I like doing it. Like, I like describing my teeth as natural blondes. I like putting in my Tinder profile that I'm a young Eleanor Rigby. The woman from the Beatles song who died in a church. I like to thumbs down my own YouTube videos. I love self-deprecating humor. I just wish I was better at it. I'm not a political comedian because for about 8 years I didn't have to be one. It's also new. Not having to like crystallize like the horror, but it allowed me all this like free time to like obsess about dumb shit. Like, why did they wear hard hats at the Honey Bunches of Oats factory? I don't know if you remember the commercial with all the factory workers. Like, it really blew my mind. I was like, they're making cereal. Like, I've never thought of this as dangerous. How big do those, like, honey bunches start out as? It's like sort of like jackhammering, like a honey bunch. I don't know. I'm a little, I didn't like it. Yeah. Whenever I start dating a new guy, I always make him take an AIDS test before I tell him I'm gay. I am a lesbian. Sorry, guys. And more importantly, sorry, ladies. Thank you. I guess like when I feel silly coming out because I feel like most people can read the signs or we dated. But like in terms of comedy, I feel like they like audiences sometimes expect like you to be who you are right away. Like they like if you're a gay comedian, like you are like supposed to be a stereotypical gay comedian. Like you're supposed to be like I wouldn't have to come out if I was wearing like work boots and overalls, you know, or if I had a lesbian mullet. Which by our definition is a nonprofit job in the front, women's music festival in the back. Yeah. So switching gears, a few years ago I moved to LA, and then they sent me back. They said I wasn't right. And they would call me. They treated me like gluten, like a big pile of human gluten. I was very intolerated. The thing is, like, the first thing I did when I got there is I tried to get a job as a waitress because I thought that's what you did. And I went to one restaurant and the guy was like, I don't want you to get your hopes up. I was like, okay, don't worry about it. And he was like, no, I just want you to be clear, like, we only hire really hot actresses. And I was like, okay, well, thank you for not sugarcoating that in any way so that I might be confused for even 1 second as to what you mean. I have one question for you before I burn this restaurant down. Do you know any places that hire character waitresses? Like, is there a place where I can, like, emerge with, like, some scampi and be like, here you go. Sorry about my face. Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. It was very humiliating. I lived alone while I lived in LA, and I was like constantly worried that something was going to happen to me in my apartment because I didn't really know anybody. And I was like, I know how it's going to happen. I'm going to be getting chocolates that I hid from myself. And it's like I'm going to be reaching up, lose my balance, fall down, slowly dehydrate. Meanwhile, Pandora's like, are you still listening? And without even realizing it, I started practicing my depression commercial stare, which if you don't know what that is, I'm going to demonstrate. It's where you go up to your window. Let's pretend that there's back here a window. And you push aside the curtain. And you cock your head to the side. And you look out at people who are having fun. But you can't join them because it's raining in your head. Yeah, that's when I was like, I think I got to move back home. And I did. I had to move back home. And I did that. Thank you. I moved back in with my mom, who's from New York City. I'm from New York City. Hey. The thing is, so I moved back in with her, and it was like a recreation of like my teenage years because like I didn't know what she was doing. I don't know, like just by being nice to me, she was basically ruining my life, you know? And like she wanted to talk to me all day and I just wanted to hide in my room. And she would do this. She'd like knock on my door all day. It'd be like, knock, knock, knock. What is it? I know you hate eggs. I made you some eggs. Knock, knock, knock. What is it? I know you didn't like it when I divorced your dad, but I'm going to do it again. You know, and I'm just like seething with rage. I'm like, I can't tweet under these conditions. You know, and like she tried to help me get a job. So she's like, here, would you call my friend Kathy? Kathy knows some people. And so she slips me a piece of paper. And my mom is very old school. So she doesn't use area codes. So I didn't know what it was at first. I didn't recognize it. It was just 7 numbers. I was like, Mom, this looks like a calorie range at Chipotle. It took us forever to work out, you know. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys on this. A couple years ago, my dad died, which is weird because we told him not to. So after he died, I had a bunch of his stuff that I wanted to hold on to. And I wanted to put it in storage, but I couldn't find the keys to my storage unit. And I found out it was going to cost me $300 to like hire a locksmith, get back in. So I was like, shit, I got to find the keys. So I'm looking and I'm looking, can't find the keys, and days go by. Finally, I get so desperate. I'm like, Dad, if you can hear me, help me find the keys. And then the next day I found them. And I was like, shit, I wasted my dead dad wish. Thank you guys.